Hey guys, this is a very interesting small about getting legendary stones, and here I want to record it just to show for those people who don't know how to do it. This also works on a lower level, of course, but this one is on the higher level. We're in the demon temple now, and what we do is we get our stronger players in the guild to clear the way and kill the first boss in the nightmare mode of the demon temple. But again, this works also in the nightmare mode of the regular whatever dungeon that you are doing with a summoner. And once the way is clear, and you see how tough the monsters are. Once the way is clear, we just have to kill this one group of monsters, and we make our way to the summoner over here. Once we're at the summoner, we gotta take off all our equipment. The reason we take off all our equipment is because it's simply faster. Because fighting the summoner, and I always like to also hide the clothes and also get off the mount to indicate that I'm basically ready. And what happens here is at the summoner, you see you have 20 attempts, and you can click on the summoner and see how many attempts you have, and each person can do 5. So that's why you need 4 people, but not just any 4 people. It has to be 4 people who have these skeleton keys over here, and you need 30 keys per one run. And you also need to have a dungeon attempt in order to do this, because if you're out of attempts, then you're not gonna be able to take the loot or to take the rewards. That's why you have to go when you're doing this. If you're doing this, you have to go with a dungeon attempt. So you have 3 attempts per day. You can spend 2, but you always have to keep 1. You have to keep 1 for it. Also, to take off the skills, anything that slows things down. So take off the shield, take off this, and that's what you get: the legendary 60 level stones, and you also get the crystals necessary, and you also get a blue equipment item, which is very useful because you can refine it. Recycle it, and it's you get refinement crystals, so you can refine level 60 equipment. Otherwise, it's quite difficult. If you forget to take the treasure, no problem, they're both on the floor. I just click on it, and sometimes this will, you see I got a double there, 2 legendary stones. That's rare, but it happens every time, but rare in the sense it happens less often. Most of the time you get just 1 legendary stone. So you're spending each one of these persons. So we're 4 of us. We're spending 30 skeleton keys each. So that's 120 keys, and we're gonna get 20 legendary stones each, with the exception of those cases where we're gonna get double. So they are now just discussing because somebody didn't take off all their equipment. So it's just faster and safer when people take off the equipment. So here you see that's another trick, like Zuzuka is doing scatter. So if you put the scatter on, like here also Fury put purification, you can also put those skills, and then the computer doesn't know the difference. So the computer will start casting those things which don't help in this particular case, and you of course will not be doing that, and that way you can guarantee always to win against your copies. Because I remember when I was leveling up, still in the mid 40s or so, people could make copies and then fight their copies and fail once, twice, and that's not a good way, because they're also fighting fully equipped and they're fighting with all the skills, and that way, yeah, it can get dangerous, I suppose. But this is the way to do it. So each person is gonna summon 5 times, and they'll use up all the 30 stones, so 30 skeleton keys. So it costs 6 keys each time. And I'm just reading the chat. There's I got another double legendary stone, so that's excellent. And the legendary stones are of course used to make items legendary. And what I will do is I will upgrade my jewels first, because I do believe that the most important thing is attack. And so I will be upgrading my jewels, one of the jewels, and nothing else, because it's so expensive. For level 60 you need 150 legendary stones, which is so difficult to get. And also you need the crystals, and also you need the tokens. Basically you need a lot, and it's very, very expensive. It's very time consuming. So all those people you see with legendary equipments, full equipments, this is really ridiculous, especially on the, if you change your arena set to PvE set or crypt shop set, then you're gonna have to use a lot of insignias. I think it's about 14,000 insignia per item, which is really, really a lot. So it's not so easy. Some people say, oh, no problem, you just like change your set to level 60 or level. Some people told me also, okay, no problem, get level 70 PvE set. But it is not that easy. If you try to do it, it is really not. The people who are super active, people who are there practically 24 hours, and they're doing all events, all dungeons, helping friends and everything, for them, and they also pay cash for all kind of things, so they're also Bell users. For them it's manageable, and even for them it's a little bit difficult. So for regular people it's definitely not easy. And I think I'm a relatively active player, not super active, but I am active, and I do practically all the quests daily and so forth. And I don't think it's attainable for me, those things. But still, you see, I'm putting the effort to try to do it. And I already have more than 100 legendary stones. I think if I have a moment, I can show in the bag. Here, 116. You see over here. And I need 150, so I will get 20 from this run, and this is my last 3 skeleton keys, last 30 skeleton keys, and so the next step will be to save up skeleton keys so I can do one more of these, but I'll need possibly 2 more to get 150. But of course, once you do get it, it's well worth it, because then not only let's say the jewel will become legendary. That means you can upgrade it all the way to level 30, so that your attack will go up, and also that gives you the chance to socket a 4th socket, which also then there you can put like health or something, and that will also increase your strength. So you see the fights are going quite quickly, because this is an experienced team. They know what they're doing. They're not messing up. We don't lose ever any fight. I mean, in theory it could happen, but we don't. And it goes fast. And one after another, especially the 3 of them, they're quite experienced. They do a lot of things together. And luckily I can join them. And I will wait until they finish all their attempts, and I'm usually the last one to go with the skeleton keys, and call up the last 5. So I will be doing that in a moment. So this way you can see it's not the most exciting thing to do. We also talked about that before, but it's the easiest and the best way to get your legendary stones. It's not like even something crazy. No, it's still a lot of effort and investment required to get this done. So let me quickly take these chests because there's so many on the floor already. So I think I got them all. And so if I click on the summoner now, you see you have 5 attempts left, which means that they have finished and they were waiting for me. So what we do is I summon, and then the person who is standing next to the summoner will initiate the attack. And this is just like, you just have to get this done, you know. There is no it's not for excitement, it's not for whatever, it's kind of like a little mini job, and you just have to do it if you want the legendary equipment, because otherwise the alternative is some people buy the legendary stones in the shop, but that's very, very expensive. If you compare a person who buys the stones compared to a person who goes and gets them in a way for free, the difference is huge. Those millions that was spent buying the stones could have been invested in astrals or guild skills, which would make a huge difference in the strength of those two people. But granted, those people who are not active enough to do dungeons and to collect skeleton keys, whatever. By the way, for skeleton keys, if you're wondering where to get them and how many and so forth, I made a very nice blog post on my blog with pictures and everything about skeleton keys, so you can go check it out. It shows exactly how many and where you get. You can actually get quite a lot, especially if you're VIP. Those people, of course, who are less active, they have to, let's say, buy from the shop. But then I would first buy everything else and only then start doing legendary stuff. So for example, I saw a player who had very low level guild skills and was getting legendary stones. Well, that's not very smart. You better get your guild skills up, because that's cheaper and faster, and so that way you can get the biggest benefit. So always spend the money in such a way that you get the biggest benefit for your money. And this was the last fight. You see the summoner disappeared, and I got a double legendary for that, which is pretty cool. So level 5 crystalloids, legendary stones, and also a shadow crystal. And that's it. So once this is done, you say thank you, and it's finished. And you don't finish the dungeon, of course, because we are just not strong enough even for the first mini boss, which is why we use stronger players to go and clear that out. Then you leave the dungeon. Of course, you lose you lose the attempt. You don't get any reward or something like that. But this is a kind of an investment that you gotta do. And as a result of that, I started with 102 stones and now I have 126. So I got 24 stones, which was 2 times double, I guess. And 126 is not enough. You need 150, and you can see that if I click here for the legendary version. So I'll need 150 stones, and I'll need also level 60 epic jewelry shards. For the rings and jewelry, it's from the crypt shops, 2600, I think 400 or 600 tokens that I will need for this. So I will have I don't know which one I'll have faster. Of course, not to forget to put on the equipment, but what I was trying to also tell you earlier, that it's not the legendary stones only that you get, you also get all this other stuff. So the 14 souls that just gets eaten, but this is for me also quite valuable. All these blues, they're all level 60 plus. So if I go to the blacksmith and I go recycle, all of them are there. This is gonna cost me some money. Of course, selling them would have given money, but now I will prefer to pay 9,000 instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I could have gotten near to 30,000. Instead, I will pay 9,000 and get 36 refined crystals. So these are of course used to refine the level 60 rings and jewelry that I have, because I'm still having the arena set 55 and I'll have it for a while. And one of these jewels, I will try to get it to level to legendary. So I have, of course, you need the jewel itself, the 150 and the 15, and this level 60 epic jewelry shard. As I said, it's in a crypt shop. You can find it if you go all the way to the end of it. Level 60, 50, and for the 60 it's over here. So level 60 epic jewelry shard, and for that you need to complete level 5 underground labyrinth. And for the underground labyrinth, I will need to go, that's this tormented necropolis, and just to enter you need 3 crypt keys. So that's quite expensive. So I will do that once I have all the items. I will go and run through. Hopefully I do pass the level 5, I should, and then I will be able to get a legendary equipment like that. So that's about it. Hopefully this was very useful for you guys if you're looking to do legendary upgrades. And please do click on like, it helps a lot. Check out other videos I made, check out my blog, the link is always in the description. There's always interesting things I add there. There's already a lot of useful information. And that's about it. Thanks for watching. Have a